All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Hall. I'm the athletic director at Windham High School. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2022 Fall Sports Awards Night. This has been a great fall for the WHS teams. This is the first season in 6 seasons that we haven't had to postpone or delay games because of COVID. We may have had some bus issues here and there, but we made it through it pretty well. Tonight we'll do our programs here with each team giving their major awards. Some teams have other banquets scheduled, so they do not have breakout rooms scheduled, but all the rest of the teams on the back of your program, and I'll read them towards the end, have a breakout room assigned to them. This fall, WHS athletes brought home 2 NHIA state runner-up plaques in the sports of golf and boys cross country. And once again, our Spirit team brought home a state championship for the fall this past weekend at the competition at Pinkerton. Being in New England, we're a little bit spoiled, and you as students don't understand this, but there are high schools in this state that go years without bringing home championship banners, and we bring home championship banners every season on a regular basis. So it's really a special place. Other highlights for this year were 2 teams in the Final Four with field hockey and boys soccer. The boys soccer team also earned the #1 seed in the tournament with the best record in Division I this fall. The football team got to host the first playoff game in years here and had another hugely successful blackout cancer game. We had 2 golfers qualify for the New England Championship meets, which happened on Halloween. And after finishing 6th at the Meet of Champions this past weekend, for the first time in school history, the boys cross-country team as a team have qualified for the New England Championships, which will take place this weekend in Rhode Island. None of these great things happen without hundreds of hours of work by a number of people, and I'd like to just take a second to mention them. First, a big, huge thank you to our athletic trainer, Kevin Bujo, who keeps many of you on the field. Speaking of fields, we're also very lucky to have a full-time groundskeeper, Robin Wilson, who does an amazing job. I also want to thank our new athletic department administrative assistant, Jesse Hilton, who's taking care of all of our nuts and bolts for us. The maintenance crew who cleans up the bathrooms and the fields and the gym and the locker rooms and everything for us every single day, do an amazing job. Also, the guy who's always here, I know he's here somewhere, Chuck Swyrad, our sports reporter. He's probably hiding. I want to thank the Athletic Boosters Club, who we'll hear from in just a few minutes. Also, our dedicated coaching staff, and of course, the parents for being here. At this time, before we begin giving out individual team awards, I would like to have 2 of our athletes come forward who are going to be signing their national letters of intent to play collegiate sports next year. If they would come up as I announce them, I will then have them sit with their families and I'll make their announcement for them of what school they've chosen. If Abby Irwin and her family would come up, and Cole Constantine and his family. All right, today, November 9th, is NCAA National Letter of Intent Signing Day. Both of these athletes will be going on at the college level and signing with their schools tonight. The first, Abby Irwin, is signing to attend St. Anselm's College and to play soccer. So she's going to sign her letter of intent right now. Next is Cole Constantine, who is signing with Assumption College to play baseball. Congratulations to both of you. We look forward to watching you play at the college level. As we go throughout the year, we'll have more athletes signing to play at the college level. We're going to do one of these at every season, winter and spring, so everyone has the opportunity to do that. Okay, next up, I would like to take a moment to recognize the Athletic Boosters Club. They're an integral part of everything that we do here. They raise thousands and thousands of dollars they're able to spend directly back on your programs. They work tirelessly on take on so many different projects. They do so much great work. At this point, I would like to invite one of the co-presidents of the Athletic Boosters Club to come up, Peggy Hawkins.
Good evening, athletes, coaches, and families. Behind the scenes, there is a large fan group that helps each season go smoothly, including most of the parents in this room. From team dinners, pictures for senior recognition, or just a ride to and from practices, we thank your parents. The boosters are always finding more ways to help teams earn money. One of these is the Concession Counts program that Amy Denton organizes, with proceeds divided up among each volunteer's team of choice. We are also bringing back the Harlem Wizards basketball team. They will be coming to town on Sunday, January 29th. More details will be coming soon. Please reach out to the boosters to see how you can help with this great fundraiser that raises money to put on events just like this one tonight. We'd like to recognize and thank the amazing Chuck Swire for taking such amazing pictures of our athletes at so many sports events all over New Hampshire. He really is a huge part of the team here, so thanks, Chuck. We'd also like to thank SALT, the Student Athlete Leadership Team, for all the school spirit you bring to all the games and competitions. Also, a huge shout out to our superintendent, Dr. Beck, our principal, Mrs. McKenna, our vice principals, Mr. Blair and Mr. Koshigan, the office staff, the custodial staff, for all you do for us. Thank you to Robin and the field crew for their tremendous support in keeping the fields in such awesome shape. To the coaches who put in crazy hours, thank you for your dedication and time. Thank you to Kevin, our trainer, for keeping the athletes healthy and in check. And a special thank you to our fearless leader of Windham High School Athletics, Mr. John Hall.
Okay, at this point, we'll move into the awards portion of the program. The order of programs we will present was randomly decided. If there's any mistakes on any athlete's award, any misspellings or a mistake of a letter versus a pin, please just come to the athletic office this week and we'll correct that for you. So the first team that we'd like to invite up is varsity and JV girls soccer and Coach Hans. You may have to get cozy. When you take the back, you will soften. Hi. That's the letters. We'll do those first, and then these will be the other ones. All right. Oh, there's a lot of them. Shift left. All right. At this time, I'd like to recognize the girls on the girls soccer team, present them with their letters and pins, as well as the 3 awards chosen by the coaching staff. Coach Hans will hand out these first. The first-year letter winners are Ida Seeholster, Ava Messer, Olivia Polychronopoulos, Indigo Wolf, Olivia Messer, Avery Stephanides, and Addison Armstrong. Returning players who are receiving pins: Emma DeMarco, sorry, Emily Manning, Elise Pelletier, Chloe Hall, Katie Durkin, Abby Irwin, Lily Chun, sorry, I lost my place, Zoe Millette, Emma Kenzalak, Chloe Weeks, Darby Madden, Vanessa DeVoe, and Shane Shackleman. Now the 3 program awards chosen by the coaching staff. The first is called the Heart Award, and it is given to Ida Seeholster. Chuck's going to take a picture. Second is titled the Coaches Award, and it's given to Lily Chun. And the final award is the MVP Award, and it's given to Emma DeMarco. Now I'll ask Coach Hans to give out his JV awards.
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you. I got 2 awards just to give out tonight to the JV girls. I did want to say something about the whole team in general. This season, really great group of girls. I was really lucky to have a group that just enjoyed the whole time together. We did kind of have a theme, so they're getting a nice little treat afterwards in the breakout room. Our theme this year was we had a lot of ties, so they're going to get some nice little reminder of that for them to celebrate a little bit with it. But for our season, I had 2 awards to give out. The first one I want to give out was an Impact Award. This was one of our freshmen that came up and just a smile on the face, did everything we asked. Great kid, and just on the field always made an impact. You didn't want to come off, but they never want to come off. And some games they didn't have to worry about that because they looked at the bench, it was empty, and they had to stay on. But this Impact Player Award goes out to Riley Zakis. So Riley, come on down. And the last award we have for the JV soccer squad, actually I put the notes, I wanted to make sure I got it right because I'm quoting players from the bench. This player was calm and relaxed on the ball, would pass the ball to anyone, always seemed to know what they were doing, had a smile on their face, and could finish really well. And I think those were great words by her fellow players, and that's Amelia Bushy.
My uniforms. Uniform. One of you messers owes me a uniform. You did? Never mind. Thank you. I don't know. Maybe she only marked off one. Okay, next program up is going to be boys soccer. Coach Hashi has to be at the state coaches meeting tonight, so Coach Fortin is going to step in and make the presentations for him. So boys soccer. JV and varsity, yep. Oh, and Coach Chris.
Do you have a list of the who's getting the letters?
You do those in your...
I can do that. No, just saw him doing it.
That was just for the girls.
All right, cool. I'll throw that off to the side here.
You're just doing these.
I can do JV first. Is that
Yep,
cool?
yep. I only did that because of those two.
Yeah. Come on, boys. You looking at the names? All right. You guys all good? Bear with us. We got 27 guys on JV, so it's, we're filling up the stage here. I'm sure most of you see me up here. You don't see Coach Hashi. You're thinking, oh, maybe this will go a little bit quicker than usual. Well, that's not how I do things. I like to talk. But I'll try to be as quick as possible here. We're going to start with the JV boys. We had an awesome season this year. We had one regular season loss. We then went on to the playoffs where we lost in the state championship game. All in all, an unbelievable season. 27 guys. We somehow managed to get them all on the field at one time or another. And I could not be more proud of the progress these guys made from week one to the final game of the season. Without further ado, the first award I have for the JV boys tonight is the Coaches Award. This is going to go to a junior. This has been one of my favorite all-time players to coach. This young man came to practice every single day, gave me the best he had. He was always interested in how he could get better. He would take my notes, and I would see him putting them into play the following day or practice. I got to see him display some timely leadership qualities as well this year as he helped organize the team when we struggled with equipment logistics. Every coach hopes to have players like this that are selfless, that want to be there for their teammates. They don't care about self-praise, any of that stuff. They don't need individual awards, but I am extremely grateful for his work these past few years. This year's Coaches Award goes to Jake Friccione. Our next award, this is the Impact Player Award. We had a lot of impact players on this year's team, as you can imagine, with 27 guys, and most guys getting a lot of field time. So there's no one player that made the difference for this team. But I polled my upperclassmen and my captains, and I asked them who they thought had the biggest impact on our team. And this young man overwhelmingly won the vote. About midway through the season, this young fella had been playing wing mid. I moved him up to striker, where he compiled 7 goals in his next 6 games. His speed, grit, and tenacity could always be counted on, and he even got the opportunity to play up with varsity, where he netted his first goal just 5 minutes into his first shift. Can't wait to see the progress this young man makes over the next few years. Cole Partington. That's it for JV. Moving on to varsity here. This is, I don't usually get to do this, but this is pretty cool that it happened this year because this group of seniors is kind of close to my heart. These guys are, my oldest son's friends, teammates, former classmate. A lot of these guys have been to my house for dinners, parties. I've coached most of them in soccer, basketball, you name it. So this is a big year for me, and it was a little bit more emotional watching them walk off the field for the final time than I was planning for it to be. So I'm excited to be here and have this opportunity to present some of these guys with awards for tonight and this season. So the first award tonight, this is the Captain's Award, and it's exactly that. It was voted on by the captains, and I need to read this right because the boys gave me something right beforehand. The captains voted on this, and what they wrote was, "We chose J.P. Carney because he is a kid that doesn't care or complain about starting the game or playing a specific amount of minutes. He's a kid that wants to compete and win games. Every time JP stepped on the field, he was making a positive impact, whether it was going into tackles or poking a ball away to stop a counterattack. JP's efforts and hard work did not go unnoticed, and that's why we chose him for this award. JP Carney gets this year's Captain's Award. Quick note on JP. That award was actually determined before the end of the regular season. JP had his best game of the year in the first playoff game where he jumped in, sparked the team to a victory over Portsmouth. He was absolutely the catalyst and the reason that that game went the way that it did. So congrats, JP. Next award is the Impact Player Award. Now, as the JV coach, I have a lot of overlapping games with varsity. I don't get to see as many as I'd like, but I think this year I did get on the field for about half of them if you include playoffs. And every time we walked off the field, we talk about who had a game and who maybe could have had a better game. And this guy was consistently, in my opinion and coach's opinion, the best player on the field, game in, game out. Gave it absolutely everything he had. He was everywhere. His versatility as a defensive/offensive threat is unseen at this level. 1 minute he'd be up the field burying a goal or setting one up, and the next instance it was if he transported back the defense to break up what seemed like a certain goal. He finished 4th on the team in points this year with 4 goals and 3 assists as a defensive player, all of which were huge for us. I said to his mother just the other night, good players want to win. Jack needs to win. And I absolutely love that about him. This year's Impact Player Award goes to Jack Rundy. And last but certainly not least, this is the Varsity Coaches Award. I've been watching this young fella dazzle us on the field for about 8-9 years now. He is the most complete soccer player I've seen in Windham in the years that I've been here, and one of the smartest athletes I've ever had the privilege to be around. He has, as the kids say, built different. I remember watching him as a 12-year-old scoring 5 goals to lead his team to a 5-3 state championship victory. He is the only 4-year varsity player on this year's team. He will finish his WHS career as 5th all-time in goals, 3rd all-time in points with 42, and 1st all-time in playoff goals. He was 2nd on the team this year in scoring, and he missed several games. If this guy could have stayed healthy, he would have taken all the scoring records. The only thing I wished for this year more than a state championship was for this young man to finish the season with both ankles intact. His legend is so strong as a soccer player in this town that a younger player in this room, who shall remain nameless, recently found his old state championship hoodie at Goodwill and bought it to, and I quote, "It's so the magic will rub off on me." This year's Coach's Award goes to Max Husson. That's it. That's all we got. Hope that was quick. Thank you. Solid.
Okay, the next team that I'd like to invite up, some of you probably didn't even know we had, but it is a sport in the NHIA, and I can tell you, after going to their state tournament, it's not a great spectator sport, because I waved when they left. 6 hours later, they came back, and it rained the entire time. But it actually is pretty amazing to watch and see what these fishermen are able to do. So I'll invite up Coach Tim Squiot and the bass fishing team. Push on the door.
All right, I'll grab one over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. All right, so like a lot of the sports here in Windham, bass fishing, not next. Exciting year with the microphone, but we did have a great year. We had the largest number of students try out for the team this year, and even though we have a very limited amount of roster, we were able to increase the participation throughout the program. And the one thing that's really unique about us, since we don't have really a home field, we never have a home field advantage. So, the guys standing up here, they put in a lot of dedication, a lot of early mornings, a lot of long drives, a lot of late days, long days on the lake. Some of the guys, first time they were ever at Lake Winnipesaukee, I know they were definitely amazed at the size of it because it's a heck of a lot bigger than Canopy Lake or Cobbetts Pond. This year, for the first time, we were able to participate in the Keene High School Invitational Tournament at Winnipesaukee. Both our two angler teams finished in the top 10 out of approximately 30, so that was a good achievement for us. We then competed in the state qualifying tournament, and like Mr. Hall said, it was absolutely the most miserable day you could ever imagine. It was like a hurricane of rain, wind. We narrowly missed qualifying for the state championship by 2 points, but we'll be back at it again next year. Much of the success of the team and a good season goes out to the thanks of many individuals. So first off, like I mentioned, the guys not only have to endure long days on the water, but we need their parents to be driving, some cases 3+ hours. So I appreciate the parents' efforts for putting up with that. Mr. Hall, support throughout the season, and like he mentioned, traveling up to the big lake on a really absolute terrible day was much appreciated. In addition to myself, we have 2 assistant coaches, Rich Armstrong and John McGloshin. Without them and their dedicated support, we wouldn't be able to get out on the water as much as we do. In particular, they not only put their time in, but they also bring their boats with them, so it's much appreciated. Lastly, this year in particular, the community stepped forward. We had a gracious resident in town, had a family member pass away. The Webb family made a nice donation in memory of Ted Webb. I'll be sharing that with the boys tonight. For some extra tackle. And lastly, I'd just like to again thank the members of the team. I appreciate their willingness to try different approaches, different things, learning along the way. I know myself and the other coaches look forward to doing it again with you next year, so I appreciate that. And lastly, anybody who thinks fishing is just luck, definitely talk to these guys because there's a lot more to it than just that. For awards this year, we have 4 individuals that we'll recognize. First, we have Rookie of the Year, Hunter Morrison, joined us this year as a freshman. Next, we have our most improved angler on the team, so put in the extra effort to go a little bit farther this year, Ryan Park. And lastly, our 2 representatives that went to the state tournament, Shane McGloshin and Jackson Squiat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach. All right, the next program up is another one of the perennial powerhouses in Division I. Again, making it to the Final Four this year. Invite up the girls field hockey team, Coach Sophia Poulin and Coach O'Boyle. There's the JV ones and the varsity ones. This is your senior pictures. So whenever you do your breakout stuff, boosters have a picture for each of the seniors.
Okay, we're just doing it next week. I screenshot them just in case. All right.
Just to get us started, I want to say a quick thank you to the Windham community for taking myself and Jordan in with such open arms as new coaches, coaching period, but also to the community. So thank you for that, and congratulations to all the athletes in here for the completion of your fall seasons. It's a big achievement.
So first we're going to start with JV. The first award is the Heart and Hustle Award. This award is given to an athlete who demonstrates consistent effort and hustle throughout the season. This athlete is someone who has so much passion for the game and is always willing to spend the extra time in order to learn new skills. She never gives up, and she's always giving it her all. This year's Heart and Hustle Award goes to Abby Petrini. The next award goes to an athlete who demonstrates great sportsmanship and leadership. She is always listening to the coaches and asking questions to help improve her knowledge of the game. She shows true dedication at both practice and games. This athlete is a player who is willing to assist her teammates when needed. This year's Coaches Award goes to Jaden Seitzer.
All right, so our first award for the varsity squad is entitled Heart of the Team. When working with a new team, it is crucial to find leaders that embody everything that you wish for your program to be. The player receiving this year's Heart of the Team award was just that and more. She worked through each practice, game, running activity with a smile on her face, all while cheering on her teammates. This athlete was consistent and unrelenting with her energy and enthusiasm, often holding the power to change the pace of our game with her voice alone. This player demonstrates all that Windham High School field hockey will be, is, and will continue to be, and is the epitome of a leader. So please welcome Lily O'Laughlin as this year's Heart of the Team. Oh my God. All right, our next award was entitled Unsung Hero, to give to a player who not necessarily got the recognition she deserved on the day-to-day basis. Without this player, our season, but more importantly, our team, would have looked a lot different. Her energy, athleticism, passion, and fun-loving attitude helped us to remember to find the joy in playing together, which is something that can be easily lost if you forget to recognize it. Leading our team to a total of 9 shutouts, around 60 saves, with each one being more cinematic than the last, and countless handstands. Please help me in congratulating sophomore goalkeeper Annie Mitchell as our unsung hero. And last but not least, we have our most valuable player. So the person who earned our MVP award this season was essential to our success. Her skill level, game sense, leadership, and dedication to the sport is admirable and is what sets her apart from any opponent she faces. She effortlessly dances through opponents while making some essential plays for us to get up the field. With a total of 23 goals this season and 13 assists, bringing her career total so far as a junior to 37 goals and 17 assists, we are honored to name junior captain Sophia Ponzini as the season's MVP. Thank you.
Call me tomorrow. Yeah, I'll check. What? Lord. All right, next up, I'm going to invite up the program that made it a really exciting fall. They only lost 2 games, earned a home playoff game this year, made huge strides forward. The football team and Coach Jack Byrne. Yeah, I'll get it. All right, sorry.
right, thank you guys. Thanks for an excellent season. Another successful season for us. You know, with the bigger picture stuff. Excellent job with academics and off-field contributions to the community with our blackout game and other things that these guys do really throughout the year. So we're very lucky to have them, and you know, finally we got to turn the corner and get back where we were for a long time in the win-loss column through the hard work of these seniors, mostly seniors up here today. Really one of the best classes I could ever ask for to take all the way through. After taking over the program 4 years ago, this was a group I got for 4 years, so I was very lucky. Our awards tonight are going to be student athlete achievement awards, so it's a combination of their GPA and contributions on the field, and I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I mean, we have, you know, on a 90-person squad, we have probably 25 plus that have a 3.5 or above GPA, another 20-something that 3.0 or above. Really great, well-rounded kids that we're really proud to have. So our freshmen, and I'll just call them all up at once. Our student athlete GPA awards go to Parker Francis, Christian Parsons, Kavi Patel, Caleb Bro, Drew Sanford, Aiden Goss, and Henry Antoro. All right, thank you very much. Congratulations to Cheer for their state title. All the other teams this fall. Thank you.
All right, next program that we're going to bring up, I'm going to bring them up in two groups, the girls and then the boys, will be the girls cross country team. Coaches Kristen Sullivan, Julie Hartman.
First of all, we want to thank John Hall for his support this season, and Kevin, I don't know if he's here, but he saw many of our athletes this season and took very good care of them. Though small, our girls team is growing. Last year, we ended the season with 7 varsity runners at divisionals. With only 5 returning runners and 8 new runners this year, our athletes had so much room for growth. We only had 6 runners on the starting line at Sanborn for the first race this year. By the end of the season, we not only had 7 varsity runners on the starting line at divisionals, we also had 4 runners on the start line at JV states. These girls definitely rose to that occasion. In addition to growth in numbers, our athletes showed great progress in performance. Early in the season, at the Nashua North Invite, our JV girls placed 3rd overall. At the Pelham Invite, many of the freshmen and JV runners moved up to varsity, and they placed 7th out of 15 teams. We had 3 top 25 finishers at the Manchester Invitational Freshman Race. We had a top 15 in the JV race, and we had a runner finish in the top 25 at divisionals to qualify for the Meet of Champions. This is incredible growth in just 1 season, especially considering this is our first season in Division I. While this growth is evidence of their determination and grit, the spirit of this team is evident even off the course. While several of our girls experienced injuries, they never failed to show up for each other. We look forward to continued growth as our girls will be back next season. We are just getting started.
So we have some individual awards to give. Our first award goes to our Rookie of the Year. This runner initially was hesitant to participate in our summer workouts, but she showed up and she worked it. She did not compete in our first meet. However, by the end of the season, she was consistently competing at the varsity level. While she was one of our quieter, more reserved runners, she has grown so much and has become an integral part of this team. We are very proud of you, Natalie Rogers, and look forward to what you will accomplish. So our Varsity Coaches Award goes to a runner who is the heart of this team. It was not an easy season for her battling an injury, but she never let that get her down. She fights for herself and her teammates with everything she has. On our second home meet, she tripped while running. However, she did not let that slow her down. She managed to run the course faster than she had earlier in the season, and she did it with a smile. Riley Morgan, your determination and positive attitude will continue to serve you well in your journey. It is an honor to give you our Coaches Award. And finally, our second Varsity Coaches Award goes to a runner who gives it everything she has, both on and off the course. Her dedication to improving her races is contagious, and she serves as an inspiration to the other girls on the team. Her positive energy and kindness shines through at every event. While she is a role model off the field, she consistently shows up on the course. Winning our first meet, she won Jam at that course and continue on to the Meet of Champions at the end of the season. Catherine Klinger, we're proud to honor you with one of our season's Coaches Award and looking forward to see what you accomplish next year.
All right, this time we'll rotate. We'll have the girls step down, and we will invite the New England Championship-bound boys team up to the stage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
This year, we had 31 boys on our cross-country team, which is the biggest team ever. Not only did we graduate 4 out of the top 7 runners from last year's team, we also moved up to Division I. There were some big shoes to fill. From the start of the season, these boys gave it their all. We started the year at the Jamie Martin Invitational at Sanborn, where our boys finished in first place. We had 3 seniors in the top 10 and 6 boys run their first 5K. It was a great day.
Take a picture. Take a picture. I have to force it.
We cleaned it for you.
We had a strong showing at the Battle of the Border Invitational with our varsity boys placing 4th out of 25 teams and our JV boys placing 5th out of 21 teams. At JV States, our first time in D1, our boys placed 5th out of 15 teams. At Divisionals, again, our first time in D1, our varsity boys placed 2nd out of 19 teams, qualifying them for the Meet of Champions. From there, the varsity boys continue to train with half the team coming out to practice on a daily basis with them. The support they gave each other was awesome to see. Last weekend at the Meet of Champions, despite some injuries, these boys gave it their all and got the job done. Can the 8 boys going to New England please step forward? Though we have had individuals qualify and run, these 8 boys make up the first team that we have running at New England's together as a team. Way to dig deep and make history, boys. Best of luck to you this weekend.
I'm going to give out the awards tonight. So this year's Junior Varsity Award goes to an individual that has been running cross country and track for 3 years now. Each year he has improved. This year, he followed the training plan and did not take any days off when he wasn't supposed to. He also earned his varsity letter in a couple of the bigger meets. What excites me the most about this individual is I believe he has minutes left to chop off, and I am excited to see what he will accomplish on varsity next year. This year's first Junior Varsity Award goes to Liam Foley. Go ahead. Get in there. Get in there. The second Junior Varsity Award goes to an individual that was the most outstanding rookie. As a freshman, he came in and worked hard daily, never complaining and always very positive. The coaches could tell how invested he was by how nervous he would get before his races. He slowly worked his way into the top 7 this season, and we are very excited to see what this year's Rookie of the Year will accomplish in the next 3 years. This year's Rookie of the Year award goes to Cole Frascione. He was so excited. The first Coaches Award goes to an individual that merged his way onto varsity right from the first meet. He is probably one of the most coachable athletes on this team. He never complains and is always giving it 100%, even if that means running through an injury, which he is currently doing. We are so excited to see what he will accomplish the next 2 years leading this team. This year's first Coaches Award goes to Sam Beck. The second Coaches Award goes to an individual who has been running cross country for 4 years. Although this is his first year on varsity, I had no doubt that he had the talent and the ability to be one of the top runners on this team. He might have taken a couple years to come around and commit to pushing himself to the limit, but this year he exceeded all our expectations. This individual also attended every summer training workout, which paid off as he is one of the main reasons we qualified for New England's, outkicking 2 Hanover kids in the final 20 meters of states. This year's second Coaches Award goes to Nicholas Hawkins. The final Coaches Award goes to an individual who has been running cross country for 4 years. This individual worked his way into the top 7 in multiple meets this season, but the coaches wanted to recognize him for what he has done for this team off the course. He has created a welcoming environment for all and has always been willing to risk his own training to support a teammate. Our team would not have had the success this season without his continuous support and dedication to each athlete in this program. His leadership will be missed greatly next year. This year's final Coaches Award goes to Michael Wimmer. Finally, thank you boys for coming to practice and working hard each day. Your dedication to this sport and your teammates was evident at divisionals when you all showed up, and we're all looking forward to seeing some of you this weekend in Rhode Island, right boys? Thank you for believing in us as your coaches and trusting the process. Watch out for this team. We're not done yet.
Again, best of luck to the boys team as they travel to Rhode Island this weekend. Almost there. Next program up is the volleyball team. with Coach Kelsey Higgins.
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick intro and then I think Anna will jump in. All right, sweet. Ooh. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. I just want to start by saying thank you to Mr. Hall as well as Kevin and all of the administration who gave myself and our girls a lot of support this year. Stepping in my first year of coaching can be a little bit intimidating, so you guys made that transition a lot easier for me, and it is much appreciated. I'll just give you a quick tidbit about our varsity squad, and then we'll kind of go through freshman, JV, and varsity awards. So, tough act to follow. The team last year was very, very good, and we kind of graduated and were able to step into a new era for ourselves. We had an entire new starting lineup, really just a new team coming together for the first time. And they grew a lot and they did really well. We had a very ambitious projection for ourselves. They had a lot of confidence stepping into it, which as a new coach you love to see. We learned a lot about ourselves as a group. We grew together and we got a lot better. So we're gonna start tonight with our freshman awards. We'll transition to JV and then we'll finish up with my varsity group.
Hi, I first want to give a birthday shout out to Bree Laher. Happy birthday today. So the freshman team had a successful season due to the players' hard work and dedication. Each player made significant strides in their volleyball skills and knowledge of the game, but most notably how to work together on a team. At the beginning of the season, we started off strong, winning 2 out of our 3 games, but we found ourselves struggling to work as a team. We had some great talent, but we could not find a way to finish the game, which often led us to split the first 2 sets and lose the third by just 2 points. So the focus in practice became team-oriented to find a solution as to how we as a team can finish and win a game together. Our season turned around, putting us on a 5-game winning streak. There's a clear shift in mindset from an individualist to that of working as a team, which translated onto the court. I'm so proud of each player's progress in all areas of volleyball and hope many of these transferable skills they acquired and built upon throughout the season translate off the court. When it comes to handing out awards, this is the hardest part of my job as a coach. Every player made significant contributions to this program. If I could give an award to everyone, I certainly would. So, further ado, this first player made significant impact to this team in many, many ways. She came into the first day of practice ready to work hard and learn everything she could. Immediately, she became a dominant player and force to be reckoned with. When she was in, she was somebody the team knew we could always count on to perform well. She became a role model for the successes of what hard work and a focused mindset bring. She embodied what a true leader on the court should be. I am pleased to give the Team MVP award to Brooke Bergeron. Oh, I gotta do this.
Yeah, you gotta go.
This next player was someone who transformed as a player and person this season. She came into the program shy and on the quieter side, but quickly broke out of her shell. I could put her in just about anywhere and knew she would bring our team success. This player made a conscious and consistent effort to always uplift her teammates and could be seen on the bench or court cheering. She embodies what a true volleyball player is and should be, one that comes into practice ready to work hard every day, asks questions when she needs to, has confidence in herself and her teammates that they will succeed, and is a positive leader her teammates can always look up to. I am so proud of the progression and confidence I saw in this player, as it was a big contributor to her success this season. Congratulations to our Coaches Award recipient, Chelsea Offerson. Cool. All right. We're now going to hand out the JV awards. This award is very special for me to hand out on behalf of the JV coach, as she was my player her freshman year. Coach Matt had some wonderful things to say about her, which I will read right now. She provided an incredible amount of stability for the team, both on offense and defense. When we needed a good pass or an aggressive swing, I knew we could count on her consistently. She brought a lot of energy, stability, and leadership to the team, which was a large part of why we had so much success this season. This year's Team MVP award goes to Alex Burnett. Congratulations.
All right, and then I am going to take over for our second JV award. This award is Most Improved, and this award goes to Callie. Callie started out the year a bit inconsistent, mostly because she liked touching the net a lot while hitting and blocking. But she was able to make adjustments, and by the end of the year, she was one of our most consistent hitters and blockers. She's also provided a lot of pressure serving over the course of the year and greatly contributed as the season progressed. Congratulations, Callie.
I didn't take the photo.
You're okay. All right, and then we are going to transition into our varsity awards. So we have 3 to give out. All right, so my first award is for Most Improved. This player was a new addition to the varsity team this year. She started in her role being relatively effective, being in the right place at the right time, and minimizing the errors when she could. Over the course of the season, this player transformed into one of our most aggressive players. Tough serving, overwhelming blocking, effective attacking, that almost always resulted in a kill. She was receptive to constructive feedback and worked hard to make sure that starting middle spot was hers without question. Congratulations to Ella Conrad on being this year's Most Improved. And I have we got you one, I promise. All right, our next award is going to be our Coaches Award. This player took on what I consider to be the hardest role in volleyball for our team this year. For anyone who has played volleyball, the choice to run a 5-1 or a 6-2 is probably one of the most important strategy decisions that a coach will make. After trialing both and trying to figure out what was most effective for our group, it made the most sense to run a 5-1. That required this player to take a huge step up in leadership and be the sole person responsible for running our offense. Not only did this player do a fantastic job of making smart in-game decisions and effectively set up her hitters, but she continued to be open to feedback, work hard in practice, and strive to perfect her form as best she could throughout the season. The most notable attribute about this player was her ability to operate in such a high-stress role with such a mellow and easygoing temperament. Congratulations to Lindsay White on receiving this year's Coaches Award. All right, and last but certainly not least, where are we? Here we go. All right, and finally we have our MVP award. This player was one of the few that never left the court during a match. At the beginning of the season, our team sat down and had a discussion about what our strengths were, and very quickly it was clear that defense was going to be our strategy that would set us apart. This player was the key to our defense, not only with an incredible ability to read the ball and to get into position at lightning speed, but also with her ability to see in-game adjustments as they needed to happen and lead her team in implementing those adjustments effectively. Throughout the season, she received shining praise from refs and opposing coaches who were able to watch her play, and it was apparent how essential she was to our overall success this year. Today, this player was named to the Division I second All-State team as well. Congratulations to Zoe Leclerc on being this year's MVP and on her All-State team spot. Thank you guys again for a fantastic year. The girls wanted me to let you know, catch them in the weight room, getting nice and strong, and we will be back better than ever next year. All right.
I just wanted to especially thank Kelly from the volleyball team because I don't have classes anymore, so I don't get to tell dad jokes, so I tortured her every day. So Kelly, you're gonna help me transition to the next group, okay? Okay. Do you know why dads always bring an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
I don't.
In case they get a hole in one. All right, and with that, I will call up the Division II state runner-up golf team with coaches Chris Corey, Mike Karen. Is Paul here too? Can't see.
There he is. All right. Hi, everyone. First off, thank you for all coming out. It's greatly appreciated. I'd also like to thank all the parents of all the programs. Without you guys, none of this is possible, especially for the ones who do not drive. So secondly, I'd like to thank all the individuals on the stage today. It was my first year coaching golf, and they brought me in with open arms, which was great because they're all much better golfers than I am. All right, so I have 3 awards tonight. None of them are titled anything. The first of which will go to an individual that was able to represent us at New England's and also finished second in the New Hampshire State meet this year. He was a consistent, great scorer for us and also just a great person to get to meet and know this year. So that individual is Nate Crowley. The second individual I'll be giving an award tonight was also just a huge help to me as a first-year coach, whether it be helping to organize practices, being active in the group chat, making sure everyone knew what the times and dates were, and consistently playing as our team's #1, which means he was playing against some of the other schools' best golfers on a day-to-day basis. This individual is Nick Fernari. Last but certainly not least, this individual was just the best help I could ever meet. So when I took the job in late June, he was the first one to reach out with me with his ambitions to win a state title. Unfortunately, we weren't able to quite meet that goal. We did finish runner-up, but it was just his outlook and his positive attitude toward the season that made me very excited to be a part of this. So that individual is Braden Lord. All right, I will now give over the mic to our JV coach.
There you go, Mike. Thank you. Good evening. I'd just like to acknowledge the JV team. What a great season they had. I had the honor of coaching them, and again, I use that term loosely because clearly they're all better golfers than me. They all displayed great sportsmanship and professionalism on and off the field or the course. We were actually undefeated this year. 6 matches against 11 different opponents through the season. We also placed second in the annual JV tournament, 1 stroke behind the championship team, and that was against 17 other teams and 90 other players. So again, a great job to the JV team. Thank you so much.
All right. Last and certainly not least, we're going to bring up one of the most dominant teams in the state, really in any sport, and that is our Spirit team. And as they come up, I'm going to play their state championship award-winning routine from the other night. There isn't any sound because, quite honestly, all you can hear is a certain couple of moms screaming. But you can see and watch what they did. So I'd invite them and their coaches to come up while we watch.
Bad. Guys, this is like my 18th million time watching this. Oh, okay. I'll start talking while you guys are watching. So, of course, I want to say thank you to John and Kevin for all their help this season. I also want to say a special thank you to our parents, and specifically Chuck, who's always our #1 supporter, so thank you. This season, we not only took home our 9th D2 state title, winning by 12 points, which is crazy in the cheer world, but we also created endless amounts of memories. This team participated in a suicide walk and raised almost $5,000 for suicide awareness. We created vision boards and reached almost every single goal that they set on those vision boards. We also exceeded our expectations when we received numerous comments on how well this team's sportsmanship impacted others. These kids would cheer on other competitors not only when they hit skills, but even more when they fell and needed to hear a voice in that moment. I'm so honored to be able to call myself the coach of these amazing athletes. With that, I'm going to announce our first award winner. This athlete has grown more than I've seen any other athlete before. From her skills to her leadership, she has truly blossomed. As a senior on this team, she leads by example. She always has the loudest voice in cheer and continues her mat talk with her teammates throughout the entire routine. I'm so excited to get another season with this athlete. The Coach's Award goes to Chloe Tracchier.
So blind. This season, I'm choosing to give a True Grit Award because it demonstrates all the core values of discipline, sportsmanship, teamwork, and respect. This athlete represents this in many ways. She always comes to practice prepared and ready for whatever is thrown her way. No matter how hard a stunt is, she is always willing to try it, even if it means she will have to endure a few bumps and bruises along the way. She will do it over and over until she has it just right. Not only does she push herself for perfection, but takes pride in reaching the goals set forth for her, while setting new ones along the way for herself. She is not only a devoted and strong athlete, but an even better teammate. She sets a positive tone and is always making us laugh and happy with her infectious smile. My True Grit Award goes to Maddie Williams.
Sorry you guys don't have a video to watch while I talk, but here we go. This year, I'm giving an award titled Jaguar Spirit Award because I truly feel this embodies this athlete. Each time I watch this cheerleader at the games, she's smiling, showing pride to be with her team, and rooting for her peers on the football team from the sidelines. The real magic I see with her is at practices. She offers advice when appropriate, encourages her teammates to do their best, and lifts people when they are having a difficult practice. You guys, can you stop laughing, please? From the back of a stunt, you can hear her motivating words to push through when the routine gets difficult. She's shown so much growth this year, offering to try new things that are new to her and push herself harder on perfecting her skills as a tumbler. I'm so happy to have gotten to know this girl for the past few years, and I have grown so proud to see her blossom into her role as a part of our tight-knit family. I can't wait to see what more she brings and accomplishes in the future. My award this year goes to Avery Shalou. Thank you.
Can you guys, I want to hang on just 1 second because you guys don't know that I got this, but I got a letter from a mom at the cheer competition from a different team. And this goes to what Coach was saying earlier. And I won't call anybody out individually, but I want to just say and read this to you guys too. This is from a mom of a daughter who didn't do well at the competition. And one of you heard her daughter crying and talking as they're walking outside and said, "You were amazing, and one person doesn't ruin or make a team, win or lose. Be proud of all the great things you did today. Let go of the one thing that didn't go as planned." This young lady turned my daughter's whole day around. She was so kind and to all the kids on the team, and it meant a lot coming from another cheerleader. She stated she wished her daughter stated she wished that her team was more like them. She wasn't referring to their skills, but something more important, their character. The display of sportsmanship is special and should be recognized. Ladies, thank you for representing us so well and for being such good people. Thank you.
Thank you.
So many medals. All right, at this time, we're going to move to our breakout sessions. Thank you all for coming tonight. Congratulations to all the athletes. The rooms are noted on the back of the programs or in the back of the room. Thank you very much. Have a great night.